guys, it's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living, and I'm on a mission today. We're going to be making some chicken rapure pie. Now, I'm kind of crazy because it's supposed to be super hot out today, but I have two rapure pie potato mixes in the fridge. I got a bunch of chicken, and I'm going to make some freezer meals. We'll have a couple pans of rapure pie for supper tonight, but the rest will be going in the freezer. So I'm going to quickly make some, well, not quickly, I'm going to make some chicken stock. I'm just going to use, I like to use boneless, skinless chicken breast because it's less work. I'm going to let this boil up and then I shred it up later, but for now, let's just make some chicken stock. Now with rapure pie, you need to have a lot of seasoning in it for it to be good. For those that don't know what rapure pie is, it's a French Acadian dish, and it's made of, like if you were to juice 10 pounds of potatoes, you use that potato pulp to rehydrate with some chicken stock or whatever. You could do it with beef, you can do it with bar clam, but today we're doing chicken. Watch out, baby. It's just morning time. This will be ready in time for supper because I'm going to take my time doing it, and it's supposed to be pretty hot out today. But I'm going to bring this up to a boil and let it do its thing. This package was frozen. Let me take that glove off because I'm going to be opening some spices and things, and I don't want to touch it with raw chicken gloves. So like I say, it's going to look like I'm putting a lot of seasoning and stuff in here, but this is a 22 quart stock pot. It's a big pot, and I'm going to use 2 packages of onion soup mix. This takes, I think, one package of this is for 2 quarts of water. So this is, you know, there's way more water. This is just going to add some extra flavor to it. Baby, go play. No, this isn't for you. Not now. I'm right-handed, guys, and I don't want to get my scissors all chickeny. I got another baby out there yanging. So let's add this in. And add this in. No, this one's almost empty. It's chicken bouillon, like a concentrate. I'm going to add some of that just to use that up. And then I'm going to add some more seasoning to the meat after this is, before we put it in the pie. So yeah, I'm going to bring you back after this chicken's done boiling, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright guys, the meat's been boiling for about an hour, so I'm going to take it out and let the meat cool a bit because it'll be hot to handle. Alright guys, this is a rapure pie mix if you've never seen one. Here in Nova Scotia and other Acadian communities, you'll know what this is, but other places might not be familiar with it. What this is juiced potato. This is like the pulp. If you have a juicer and you put 10 pounds of potatoes in it, took out all the juice, this would be the pulp. So you can do that, but it's so convenient. You can buy this here at our local grocery stores because we're very close to an Acadian community. It's $11.99 and it saves a whole heck of a lot of work. And this is made in Church Point, which is maybe a half hour, 45 minutes from where I live. But it's local, and it's straight up potatoes. Alright guys, so you can see right there, that's just a bubbling. And we're going to keep it at that heat. You need a spoon? Okay, there you go. So we put 1 block of butter, it's a half a cup of butter. I use a turkey roaster, guys. I find that's easiest to mix it up in. Because I can spread it around. I'm just telling you, I find that's the best. I'll get the potato mix. And we'll just cut it open. you can buy mixes half this size for $5 or $6, but that's never enough for our size family. And this is, like I said, just potato pulp. There. All right, and we'll drop it in here. Now, get me a big measuring cup under the sink, one of the big measuring cups. Huh? Yep, that's good. So, if you can, I don't know if the camera's picked that up. It's just dried potatoes, potato pulp. So anyways, when I mix it up, I use a potato masher. I've tried to look at tutorials online, and they all turn out the same way, but everybody does it a little bit different. I find a potato masher is great, and usually I just scoop and scoop and scoop. But this is a 2-cup measuring cup, and we'll go through this together, and we'll try to figure out how many cups it took. So I know right off the bat I'm gonna do a couple of these. Ooh, that's hot. And that butter's gonna melt and mix into this. The potato pulp totally absorbs any broth that you put in here. And that's what makes this dish so flavorful. So you got to make sure that you have enough seasonings and broth, you know, to make it taste good. Otherwise you're going to have a bland potato rapure pie. Six, 8. Now I know this might be a little bit of a long video, but I think it's warranted for a dish like this. This is a labor of love. That's 20 cups. I always make more broth than I need, but what I do, I end up freezing that broth and using it next time, or using it if I need to whip up a gravy sometime, or flavor rice, or make a soup, or a stew. And I gotta be careful mashing this now, or shifting it around, because you don't want to be splashed by this. This is like scalding water. This is, you know, you don't want little people under your feet when you're doing this. It might look like it's not going to soak up, but it will. It really will. This is a hardcore comfort food in Nova Scotia, at least in my circle, in my realm. It's getting there. It still doesn't look done yet. So remember, we added 20 cups. And my arms are going to be killing me later, but my belly will be full and my family will be happy. So alright guys, I was on the phone while I was adding that water, but I'll make sure, I have to re-watch the video to see how many cups I actually put in, because I lost count and I just did it by experience and see what it looks like and the texture and all that stuff. So I'll make sure I post that. So anyways, it's all done. I'm just going to quickly spray the pans. And yeah, I know I'm using these disposable pans. I pick my battles. I don't generally like disposable dishes, but when it comes to freezer meals, I don't want to use up the dishes I have, because I think I only have one glass dish that's this size. So I want to use up, I don't want to use that up. So I can use it for a night that I don't need a freezer meal. So I'm going to show you just doing 3 pans, but I'm going to do this 2 times. I'm going to have another 3 pans after I'm done this. And you'll see by that picture I posted, I divided the meat in half, and we're just going to do it. Now, generally for a supper for my family, we'll eat 2 of these pans per one supper. There might be a piece or 2 left, and if that is, the kids usually want it in their lunches, in their thermoses, no joke. My little girls and Mr. Mays, he ate Rappie pie when he was just a little baby. He's still a booby baby, but when he started eating real food, I'm telling you, he latched on to Rappie pie and absolutely loved it. He really did. I never seen anything like it. But, so what we're going to do, we're going to layer the bottom of the pan. I might add a little bit more. I got to see something to spread it around. And I'll spread it out. Let me see. Can you see that? Yeah, this camera's acting kind of wonky today. Let me see if I can turn the light on, if that makes any difference. So I'm just going to spread the potato mixture around. And again, guys, it's going to look like I'm using a lot of seasoning because I'm going to salt and pepper this potato. But you need this flavor for this pie to be good. Otherwise, you're just going to have a big blob of slimy potato with no flavor. And nobody wants that. So, yeah, that's not... Let me add a little bit more. Because we're going to put the meat in the middle. And then we do a layer on top. That one doesn't have too much. So, yeah, if you've never had this, I mean, it might not look that appealing until you've had it. It's a texture thing, though. I would never have eaten this as a child, in the sense, my family never made it. But as an adult, I got to taste this with my husband's family. They're not Acadian, but they make this food, and oh my goodness, I fell in love with it. Absolutely love with it. Oh, there's no more pepper in that. Let me get my, just a regular pepper shaker. Guys, I have the oven preheated to 350 degrees, and this is supposed to bake for 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm going to set the timer for 45 minutes, and when that timer goes off, I'm going to switch the pans, and then another 45 minutes, and then I'll switch the pans, and I'll turn them around depending on how brown they are. And I'll bring you back, and I'll let you know how many times I had to flip it and how to spin it around, and you'll see what it looks like. It is so good, guys, so good. Hey guys, the butter just went off. I ended up rotating them 3 times, 45 minutes in between the times, and I got 3 done. I still have 3 more to do. But yeah, it smells so good in here. This is probably the worst day to make Rappie pie. It's so stinking hot outside, but this way, you know, we'll be able to have Rappie pie once in July and once in August, so it's going to work out perfect. And yeah, I'm going to keep on trucking and do it. And when we actually cut one of these open, probably won't be for a couple of hours because it's 4:38 now. I just made some hamburgers and hot dogs for the kids because they were hungry. Usually when you make Rappie pie, you should let it sit. Well, it's even better the next day, honestly, but I'd let it sit for at least an hour to cool down and set up and stuff like that, and they were hungry. So if they already ate, they won't be, trying to dive into this when it's super hot. But we'll cut one open this evening, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm going to cut my son a piece of Rappie pie, because he won't leave me the heck alone until he gets a piece of pie. I'm just joking. He's more than welcome to have pie, but I usually like to let it sit for a little while longer. I don't want to be in your way. Let me just see here. I'll stand over here. And I know this camera isn't going to pick it up great, so I'll make sure I snap some pictures. So I still haven't started that second batch yet, but I think I'm going to wait till it cools off, because I find it so hot I'm super uncomfortable. But this is going to be delicious. Let's see here. Now it might be a little runny right now just because it's still pretty warm, because he couldn't hold his horses. But we'll see. Let me grab a plate. I wish I had a better lifter. Those little rinky-dink plastic ones aren't really good for anything except flipping an egg. Let's see here. Oh, this looks good, guys. Ooh. Oh, delicious. Alright, so if you've never had Rappie pie, we usually like to put a bit of butter on it and let it melt on there, and have some pickles on the side. It's so good. I'll snap a couple photos and insert them. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us today, guys. I can guarantee these 2 pans will be gone by tomorrow, or tomorrow we'll finish it off. That one's going to go in the freezer, and the other 3 will be going in the freezer. And all you have to do, if you make this, and I take it out of the freezer, I just let it thaw for the afternoon, or take it out in the morning and put it in, because it's already cooked. After it's thawed, just bake it for an hour at 350 and it should be good to go. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. And this is how I make chicken Rappie pie. Alright guys, have a great evening.